Welcome to the 1026 News. I'm your anchor, Kate Fish. Today, wow, it is a cold one. Utah may have just broken that national record for us. We're doing something good today. You know what? The lowest temperature in Peter Sinks, holy cow, negative 35 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a little colder than normal, but you know, it's Utah. We're used to cold. We here in Logan, we're also seeing the effects of that really cold weather. So, we got some cold fronts moving across the country. Let's go take a look out to our field with Peyton.
Here in Logan, everyone's trying their best to stay warm. Out with the shorts and the light sweaters, and with the big puffy jackets, beanies, and scarves. There's still snow on the ground, and they're trying to fight it off with some salt. Do your best to try not and slip. Also, make sure to start dressing warmer as the temperatures are moving into the low teens and single digits. Now back to Cade.
Thanks, Peyton. I know I'm going to be doing my best to stay warm on those super cold Logan days. Now, let's go on to some good news for Greek life and, you know, people that are just generally tired of driving anywhere but Utah to get some decent beer. You know, you're now able to buy some slightly higher octane craft brews in grocery stores. Starting on November 1st, Utah will no longer classify beer that has 4% alcohol by weight, actually, not volume. We're kind of weird here. This change has been influenced primarily by manufacturers no longer distributing the low alcohol content beers because it's no longer very profitable for them. This has decidedly granted Utah one of the biggest transitions and biggest legislations since the end of prohibition regarding alcohol, showing that Utah is slowly transitioning into the 21st century. Some of you may have noticed that earlier last month, on October 10th, it was World Mental Health Day. Mental health is not an easy battle, and it seems to be affecting even more students here on USU's campus. Now let's go down to our expert, who is Peyton's twin sister, Taylor, to tell us more.
In a recent report released by the Utah System of Higher Education, more than 55% of students surveyed reported feeling hopeless within the past 12 months. And here are some even more shocking statistics. About 90% have reported that they felt overwhelmed by all they had to do. About 85% felt very lonely. And more than 40% felt so depressed it was difficult to function. And more than 70% felt overwhelming anxiety. With all of this newfound information, the university has added 4 more positions to the counseling center in order to combat these issues. As students, make sure to seek help and talk to someone because you are never alone.
And now on to Aaron for our sports update.
Unfortunately, the football game on Saturday at Maverick Stadium between Utah State and BYU did not end how we were all hoping. BYU's 42-14 win over Utah State is very upsetting for Utah State fans in the town of Logan. BYU's win put an end to Utah State's 2-game win streak in the old Wagon Wheel series. Utah State had 521 total yards of offense, averaging 6.5 yards per play, while BYU finished the game with 639, averaging 8.5. 639 yards is well above the Cougars' average before Saturday of 380 yards. Utah State's first touchdown was a 26-yard pass during the first quarter from Jordan Love to COC Mariner. The second was Gerald Bright's 1-yard run. Both kicks were made by Dominic Eberle. The Cougars were powered by redshirt freshman quarterbacks Jared Hall and Baylor Romney and outgunned Utah State's Jordan Love. In the third quarter, BYU made history when Romney threw a 12-yard touchdown to his younger brother Gunner, being the first time at this school to have brothers connect for a touchdown. The Aggies will play next Saturday at Fresno State and will hopefully come back with a win.
Thank you, Aaron. And now down to Katie to tell us a little bit about what's going on downtown.
Down on Main Street, specifically on Center Block, there's talk of knocking out some businesses to increase parking in the area. But there's also a proposal being made by the city to add parking as well as a new plaza. That would include an ice skating rink and a stage. There's a bit of a rift between the city and the local business owners on what should be done with the land for the greater benefit of Logan residents. But if the city plans go through, we will get a plaza and we might see more students spending time down on Main Street rather than staying up here in our little corner of
Thanks for watching KP
KPE
News. Signing off.